Hello everyone, and welcome back to Warhammer 40k Space Marine! Hooray! I realised a little while ago that for all the times I've played this game, I never actually explained it at all. I never did a retrospective video like I've done with Ratchet and Clank and stuff. So I thought it would be a good opportunity to do a quick retrospective video on some of the mechanics and features and things that I like. Obviously I cannot explain all of them because the campaign has a lot of different ones to multiplayer, but I can get a few of them out of the way. Alright, first one is, it is actually quite nicely realistic to the 40k canon. It's interesting, varied. It's definitely an emphasis on it. It's a melee combat game. For example, there is no cover system in this game. If you want to play cover, go back to Gears of War, you lazy little shit. True Space Marines do not need cover, which is a nice, interesting mechanic because it puts the emphasis on the close combat, brutal fighting. However, I will be honest, there are times when if you could hide behind a wall while your power armor recharges, it would be appreciated. But then again, that's just a minor issue, nothing too major. Second is the power armor itself. Now, I've been reading a lot of 40k books lately. I got the Space Marines Ominous. I've been reading all about the chapters. And in my mind, power armor in the canon is fucking invincible tank god engine machines that can survive months of fucking harsh warfare and brutal fighting and only be minorly damaged. But in this, I'm playing as a Devastator and have artificial armor, which is the bonus heavy super armor, and you can see how easily it's taking damage, which is against the canon and slightly annoying, so there is that. So yeah, first off, the enemy AI, they don't need to program too much because it's orcs, and orcs only have the only goal is to kill, so the AI gets a pass for me. It's suitably, determined and focused, and it's realistic enough. The fact that a lot of these problems of this game, I think, are canon-related as opposed to gameplay, which, can be good. If you don't know the canon, then you will absolutely have no problems with the game. But if you do know the canon, well, like I do, and a few sad neckbeard nerds and things like that, and my brother, then the canon will be the canon thing will be a bit annoying. But, yeah, nothing major again. Yeah, plasma cannon. Kick. So, yeah. AI is, dumb, but it fits in with the theme, so you don't have a problem with that. Weapons are nice and... they're unrealistic to the canon, but they're nice and weighty. I mean, you have a shotgun, sniper rifle, sword, hammer. You got jetpacks, which always jump packs, or jetpacks, which always make things cool. You've got guns like this, plasma cannon, crowd control gun. So the weapons get a pass. What else? In the campaign, there's a really unique system of health regeneration. Like in this, you regenerate health over time, which does make sense of the canon because that's what Space Marines actually do. They have meditating techniques that heal themselves, and they have really advanced biological self-repair units that heal most damage off them, which works in conjunction with their armor. But in the campaign, you heal enemies by performing execution-style finishing moves on them, and this can be anything from throwing an enemy up in the air and crushing their skull with your boot, sticking your chainsaw down their throat and revving the engine until their head goes splat. Putting your pistol into their mouth and pulling the trigger and watching their heads explode, stamping, crushing, murder, maim, kill, burn, yada yada yada. Which I think is a really interesting, unique mechanic in my opinion, and definitely a refreshing change from just hiding behind cover. I can understand why they didn't put it in multiplayer, and it would be annoying to do it in multiplayer. But yeah, I enjoy it. I think it's fun. What else have we got? The story's a 40k story, so, it's alright. I mean, you play as Captain Titus, which I think every 40k canon guy out there agrees, is probably along with Ventress. Damn it! My Lamented Devastator was killed. Along with Uriel, Ventress, and Cassius. Let's change chapters halfway through just to screw everything up. Is the greatest Ultramarine ever. Those three are the greatest Ultramarines ever, which is good. So your story, characters, and gameplay all get a pass. But why was this game never well received, you ask? Well, it's because of the fact that it's very specialist. It's a 40k game. Newcomers will be a bit turned off by all the grimdark and the shit they are unaware about, while the 40k guys will be, let's play as the Flesh Terrors. Lamenter, Flesh Terror, Marine, Errant, Celestial Lion. Now we'll stick with the Flesh Terror. We'll be a bit turned off by some of the untrue features to the canon. So let's, nope, yes. So let's explain a few of them are, just for a lark. So for everyone else, the review is over. This is it's an above average but not amazing game. I definitely recommend picking it up. It's nice, brutal, close combat, shooty fun with an interesting yet an over-the-top campaign. Yet it's still got some relatable characters. So I definitely recommend picking it up and giving it a go. Alright, well that's the review over for normal people. Everyone else, all you 40k fans and people interested in the 40k fandom thing, the rest of this video is for you. Okay, with that being said, the first thing is, no gore. 40k should be about gore, and it's a bit disappointing. Second thing, orc shooters. Orcs have a ballistic skill of like 2 in the tabletop, and in the canon they can't hit anything. Yet you always get killed by shooters, because they are, in the game, they have pinpoint, unrealistic accuracy, and their guns are more powerful than bolters. Which is just awful. And it irritates people of the canon, it irritates just general people playing the game, and it makes it annoying. Second thing, as I just mentioned, bolters. Bolters are supposed to be self-propelled rocket shell exploding death machines that can blow humans' heads off and clear through another 10 humans before, you know, even thinking about losing pace. Yet in this game they just treat it like a basic general purpose assault rifle, which I think is stupid. Also, the melee weapons are also similarly underpowered. I mean, this chainsaw, yes, I'm killing everything with a single swipe, but it should be mincing them. It should be, you know, just turning them into gunk, literally hacking them in half. Yet it's not. So, yeah, the weapons are always out of place with the cannon in the game, which is annoying. Like this plasma pistol that I am holding here. It's designed to breach armor in the game, and I know plasma pistols are designed to breach armor. Yes, that's obvious. But it shouldn't take that many hits to kill one. One shot should melt through this orc's chest, and then 2 shots should kill him. But in the game, you have to put in like half a magazine into people, which is just dumb. Second, I don't know, it's probably better for the PC version, but I'd say, well, actually, there's probably mods to fix all these issues in the PC version, guys. So I'd recommend maybe having a look at that. But, power armor. Now, as I said earlier, I just finished reading Space Marine Ominous, and I'd read Hell's Reach a couple weeks ago. Power armor is supposed to be unstoppable rate engine of destruction. It is seriously, like, Space Marines are supposed to be unstoppable tanks, and their armor is supposed to be a tank on top of that. Like, I read stories like Space Marines surviving months and, you know, in a forced semi-comatose condition, being sustained by their armor, and which can also sustain fucking tank shells. Yet in this, look, my armor's already gone, and if it wasn't for Swordsman's Zeal, which is a nice mechanic, and it fits well, A, with the fact I'm playing as a Flesh Terror, and B, with the game itself, is stupid. The power armor, I understand it's toe-tiered for multiplayer, which, fine, you know, multiplayer, yeah. If you have power armor being realistically portrayed, then the fights will take 20 years. But this is Exterminatus mode. We're supposed to be slaughtering orcs in their thousands as an unstoppable space marine. Yet, you're constantly hiding and running and being afraid of fucking unrealistic orc shooters who can take your supposedly impenetrable power armor down in a millisecond. So that's not good. Also, speaking of the power armor, I hate how there's only a limited selection of it. You should at least be able to have Mark... I love the Heresy era armor. You can only have Mark 4 and Mark 6. And sure, you can actually jury-rig Mark 5 if you combine the two parts and some battle-damaged armor together. But they should have more power armor marks. Just a little thing I'd like to comment on. Nice. So yeah, that's not fixed. And it fucks up the cannon slightly. Also, just tiny little things that irritate myself and other fanboys that I'd like to explain. Like, in the campaign, it's really fun and awesome, but the traitor renegade Imperial Guardsmen, they seem to have an inexhaustible supply of grenades, too much health for what they are. I don't... Yeah, they're turned to chaos, but I don't expect... Like, they act like they're possessed by Nurgle, and they're fucking as unkillable as the irritating Plague Marines. As unkillable as Plague Marines. But, yet, they're supposed to be just humans. One bulk round should kill them. In fact, sneezing on them should kill them. They're just guardsmen. Yet, in the game, they don't, which is irritating in my opinion, but that's alright. Also, in the campaign itself, this is another minor little niggle, why don't they use the fucking Titan? Seriously, they have a Warlord Titan with 2 volcano cannons and 2 turbo laser destructors, and they use it to blow up the Orbital Spire. Badass scene, you surf on a fucking Warlord, it's awesome. Yeah, you never use it again. Yes, they have to vent the reactor because they overcharged the volcano cannon to destroy the shot. But hello, I just read Hell's Reach. They could vent plasma destructors on Imperators faster, like really super fast. And they could bring a Titan back up to working order in a few minutes. So why couldn't you just use the Titan? Hello? It would be fucking cool to see the frigging Titan annihilating hordes of traitor guardsmen. Would be pretty sweet. And on the subject of the traitor guardsmen, where the fuck did the traitor guardsmen actually come from? I do not expect the remaining Imperial guardsmen on that planet to have been turned to Nurgle in the 25 seconds that Chaos showed up. But then again, I'm just not kidding again. Also on the subject of Chaos power armor. Why has there been no better Chaos power armor? There's Armor of Scorn, Armor of Rage. Where is the Mark 4 armor? Where is the Mark 6 armor? They did use the same power armor as everyone else, you know. You know, and the warbands. There's not very many warbands. I actually had to make a Thousand Suns and a Night Lord scheme myself. Guys, you know, I know that the Imperial Loyalists, which I am one of, get all the attention, but maybe you wouldn't want to be such pricks towards the Chaos Legions. They do actually exist in the canon, and thinking about them, or not thinking about them, won't make them go away. Also, why are all the orcs goth boys? Seriously, by their checkered outfits, they are goths. But yeah, it's an interesting development. But yeah, there need to be more warbands, and there need to be more chapters. I mean, I had to make my Flesh Terror, and my Lamenter, and my Marine Errant things, which I love the armor paint and customization thing for making me be able to do so. But you should at least put some of it in. And then I hear in Eternal Crusade, which I'm sort of looking forward to / not. I mean, I'd love to play it, but I need friends to play it properly according to the game, so, you know, fat lot of good, that'll do me. And I'd love to run a Lamenter's company. Lamenter's 5th company well, the surviving remnants of the Lamentus 5th Company after the Badab War. So, you know, maybe like 10, 20 guys. But I hear you can only play as the Blood Angels, Space Wolves, Ultramarines, and Dark Angels, which is nice they're keeping it streamlined, but still rather irritating. And I'm sure on the PC there will be mods that fix that, but I primarily play console. Like, this is the console version of Space Marine. So, it kind of doesn't do much for me. I'm also not looking forward to it because it's an MMO, and I think they're going, and I'm worried that if there's a monthly subscription fee, I will never talk about it ever again and never play it. But if there isn't, then I will, and I can get a copy of PlayStation 4 that doesn't require the fucking PlayStation Plus for me to play, then expect to see videos on that. So yeah, I'll probably do, closer to the time I'll do an actual proper video on Eternal Crusade, but this is just talking about this game and how it fucks up the canon. Also, interestingly, on a good noteworthy point of the canon, they continue the plot, something Games Workshop will never fucking do. The set in M42, which I love. When I saw that, I was like, M42? Hell yeah! Someone's bothering to continue the plot line! But yeah. Oh well. Maybe Kato Sakaris, or whatever that fucking prat's name is, ends up becoming captain of the first company, and that's why Titus becomes captain of the second company or something. I'm not entirely sure. Shit. That would be a dishonorable end for a Flesh Terror. But yeah. So yeah, it's not realistic for actually how Space Marines are portrayed in the canon. They're not as overpowered as they should be. Their armor and weapons are not as strong or tough as they should be. They're they don't, you know, do too well with the Imperial Guard of the Imperium. I mean, the Imperial Guard in the campaign are pretty badass, but I'm wondering why you couldn't implement them into multiplayer as NPCs or do something more with them, but whatever. So yeah, it's just, you're just sort of fucking up the stuff. I don't know. Maybe it's just my adult brain. But yeah. So, they fucked up power armor, they fucked up weapons, they did not do such an amazing job with jump packs, because I thought jump packs were supposed to be pure, like, jet packs, basically. That you could, yes, you jumped around the battlefield, but you could actually have prolonged sustained flight using them. Do you know how I know? Because in some of the canon it says they can. So what's the story with that? Though it was a Horus Heresy novel, so maybe somehow in the 10,000 years since Horus Heresy, people have forgotten how to use a fucking jetpack. It wouldn't surprise me with the Imperium, knowing how backwards they are becoming, but whatever. You know, it's alright. But, yeah, also on a note, they fuck up the orcs slightly, too. I mean, all the orcs, like these orc boys here, they are the exact same model, which is just lazy, and they all have choppers, just standard chopper. Not even a different one, not even a blade, just an axe. They don't have pistols, because, you know, they're supposed to be called slugger boys, because they use a chopper and a slugger. The shooter boys are super unrealistic, because they've got mega shooters. I mean, who are you guys? Who the fuck are you? Are you Big Mech? What are you? Are you a, flash kit? I don't know, it's never well explained. I'm assuming they're flash kits, but then that poses the question of what are the even bigger ones you come across? It's the same, I know you fight Ard boys, but, and I know you fight knobs, but what are the other ones? Mega armored knobs? Where are their power claws? Come on! Oh, I'm gonna have to capture both points. This is probably where I'll die. But yeah. I mean, you fight... Where are the power claws? Where are all the little things that the orcs use? I don't see any of them anyway. Also, it's a pretty cool squig in there. So yeah, that's just a little petty things about them. I mean, come on. You couldn't have added a few more weapons in for the enemy AI? Even just adding, you know, maybe a double-half axe to some of the orc boys to break them up and make them not exactly the same character model used over and over again. Also, in terms of chaos, well, in terms of the entire game, you do sparse on weaponry. I mean, don't get me started on the melter gun. But where are all the amazingly cool weaponry? I mean, where are the lightning claws? Where are the power fists? Where are the chain fists? Where is Terminator armor? I mean, for the chaos guys, it's even less. You have chain axe, chainsaw, demon maul. Wow. Space Marines, you have Thunderhammer, Chainsword, Power Sword if you buy Kill Team, and Power Axe. Spoilt for choice, so I want to use dual Lightning Claws and play a Raven Guard. Nope. Oh, I want to use a Chain Axe and play as a Flesh Tearer. Nope. And by the way, the Flesh Tearers do use Chain Axes, so don't run up my butt with the cannon on that one. Nope. Okay, I'm Chaos. How about, can I use a demonically possessed power sword? No. Can I use a demon blade? No. Can I use anything? No. What about combi weapons? Combi, is it combi or combi? I always call it combi, even though New Zealanders pronounce E, emphasize E over I and stuff. I'll call it combi. Combi. Fuck it, it's not a debate about, words. Yeah, where are the combi weapons? Where are the combi weapons? Combi flamer, combi plasma gun, combi melter gun. Hello? Anyone? Speaking of flamers, where the fuck is the flamer? I know this bitching is, you know, being done 20,000 times by 20 million YouTubers better than me, but I want to have my turn ranting about it, so I will. Where are the flamer? Burning hordes of orcs with fire would be cool, you know. Where's the melter gun? And not that shotgun that the game puts in. Where's the real melter gun? Where is, well, everything, realistically. I mean, using a multi-melter. Using missile launchers. I mean, come on, guys. So yeah. Yeah, so in Eternal Crusade, I've seen some of the... I tend not to go looking at reviews or early reviews on the hype train, because I think it tarnishes my objective opinion of how much I personally enjoy a game. But I've seen a few pre-alpha videos, and it looks good. They made the Heavy Bolter look like the Heavy Bolter, though I don't like the lock-on or the charge thing of the last cannon. They made the last cannon realistic. They've added, you know, new features, new weapons and stuff, which I enjoy. And and they added character classes, which is something this game... Oh, what the fuck? I moved out of the circle by pressing square. Bullshit. Fuck you. 600 kills though, not bad for a Flesh Terror. So yeah, they added classes, which I really like, because the Devastator, Assault Marine, Tactical Marine is fine, but I would like a bit more than that. Like, I would seriously... Well, my brother and a couple of my friends who know 40k, that I talk to over Skype and stuff, all say that I should be a chaplain, I should play as a Blood Angels chaplain, because they think it would best suit me. And I'd agree with them, and I'd love to play as a chaplain, but you can't, so yeah. But it's nice to see in Eternal Crusade they've added librarians and chaplains and stuff. We will play as... That's my chaplain armor, by the way. Celestial Lions are pretty cool, but we're going to play as a Marine Errant. Active appearance. Alright. So... Oh. Nope, don't want to go in the online lobby, because no one ever plays this game anymore, so... I have no desire to sit in front of a screen for 20 minutes. So, yeah. Looking forward to Eternal Crusade, but have reservations. They fucked up the weapons and the armor and equipment of the canon of this game. They didn't add as much use of all the badass features that they should have added use of. But this is still a generally good game, and I think fans of 40k agree so, especially by the forums and stuff I see about how awesome Captain Titus is. We will play as a Marine Errant, which are one of my lesser known, but one of my more favourite chapters. So yeah. So this is a good game, everyone agrees so. The canon is fucked, but people ignore that and instead focus on how badass Captain Titus and stuff is, and how he gives a bit of honor back to the Ultramarines. Which, as a Legion, I love the Ultramarines. As a Chaplain, I don't like them. More for what they represent than what they are. But yeah. So I'm hoping in Eternal Crusade, well, it's not, because it's an MMO and everyone needs to be equal, so they're not going to make Space Marines the badass uber warriors that they are. But I'm hoping if someone makes another Space Marine game, I know it's in the hands of Sega, so fuck that ever going to happen. I'd love them to actually portray a game where you actually play as a proper badass, super overpowered Space Marine. I know it would, reduce a bit of the threat, but isn't that supposed to be the point? If you want threat, you play as you be a guardsman. If you want to serve the Emperor and be his righteous torch, as you purge the darkness and the shadows around the Imperium, then you play as a Space Marine. Isn't that what it's supposed to be? Also, the bolt pistol's so piddly. Look, bang, 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 bang. Takes like 3 shots to kill someone. Not very realistic, guys. So yeah. Ammunition. Also, that's just another little thing. I know it's part of the game, but ammunition being dropped off the orcs, like they're going to use the same 75 caliber shells that your bolt pistol uses. A little odd. But then again, I can't really whine too much. Well, I think that's actually it for my whining and my complaining in this retrospective video that turned into me slagging off Games Workshop and how this game unrealistically portrays the roles of Space Marines in the Imperium. So, with that being said, I suppose I better kill some more orcs and then end the video, really. Oh yes, I said in my Dawn of War video, I asked you guys, the audience, what your favourite Space Marine legions were, as mine were Blood Angels, Raven Guard, and Ultramarines. But I want to ask your favourite chapters. What's your favourite Space Marine chapters? I don't care about the challenge. I'm quitting the video anyway. Your favourite Space Marine chapters are, and chapters do not include First Founding Legions. Everything from the Second Founding onwards. My favourite are the Lamenters, descendants of the Blood Angels, part of the 21st Founding. The Marines Errant, descendants of the Ultramarines, forgotten the Founding, but they're pretty awesome anyway. And I'd have to say the Flesh Terrors, Second Founding chapter, Blood Angels Legion. So yeah, list me your favourite ones in the comments, and I'll look them over, add a thumbs up and comment on the ones I like the most. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Also, incidentally, least favourite chapters, Ultramarine. This is not worst. This is least to worst, by the way. Just before you fanboys run up my asshole with this, goes. Whoa. All right. It goes the Ultramarines for what they represent rather than what they are, because there are some Ultramarines that are awesome. The Soul Drinkers, just because, I don't like anyone that turns to chaos, even if it's supposedly under noble intentions. Fuck off. And the first, and the one that I would gladly put a bolt round in the head of every member of, are the Minotaurs. Fuck the Minotaurs. They can all go back to Terra, suck off the High Lord's dick some more, like the little shits they are, and burn in hell. Yeah, so with that being said, thank you very much for watching, guys. It's been fun to do this retrospective video, I must admit. And I am actually writing up a narrative campaign to do in this game, when I get 3 more friends, preferably one with audio and video recording equipment as well. And microphones, so we can actually, do the dialogue of the narrative, machinima style campaign I've got planned. So yeah, prepare to see that in somewhere between 2 and 50 years. So yeah, with that being said, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you all again another time.